Hi guys, how are you? I don't know who needs to hear this, but I want to just say something. So last night I was seeing something in the spirit, and there was this woman that was mocking someone because of their work, because of their purpose. Okay, now I don't know if this person was mocking me, or I don't know if she was mocking someone else. I just saw the woman mocking, and the woman said something like, "Oh, you're so thirsty," or whatever, right? Again, I'm not sure if she was talking to me, or I'm not sure if she was talking to someone else, but the Lord allowed me to see it in the spirit. And and this is what I mean when I say, like, listen, if there's a word for someone, we can all learn from it. Hey, this may not be for me, this may be for someone, and you may know who you are. Okay, because there was someone that was mocking your work, mocking your purpose, mocking your assignment. Let me just say something. One thing the devil hates is consistency. The devil hates when you are consistent. And this is why he will throw like curveballs in your way and try to like get you to fall off your path, get you to step down. Okay? Some people, they don't know what they're supposed to be doing with their life. And here's the thing, we all went through that. We all went through a time in life where, I wouldn't say identity crisis. Some of us did. Before we found Christ, we probably did go through identity crisis. Even in the process of finding God, like, we probably went through identity crisis because we didn't discover who we truly are and receive the revelations as to who we truly are until we started really wholeheartedly walking with God, right? And because God even had to hide us from ourselves. I told you guys this before. God had to hide us from ourselves because if he would have revealed everything to us about who we are, what we're going to do, etc., and we are not mature spiritually yet and we're around the wrong people, that can sabotage us, right? So yes, many of us have went through that identity crisis, and God is who comes in and reveals to us who we are through him, right? And then some of us, like, you know, after we go through that, we'll receive like our assignment. God will say, remember I told you guys in the video I posted pertaining to like destiny transfers, I said we have more than one assignment, we have more than one purpose, right? So there's some people out there who still don't know what they're supposed to do with their life. They're not sure what type of purpose they have or what one of their assignments is. And what these people will do, not all. Some people, they don't know and they're seeking God and they're trying to find out. But there's some people that don't even know what they're supposed to do. And they will sit there and just be focused on everybody else's life but their own. Let's keep it real. They'll be focused on everybody's life but their own. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's why many of us, we get attacked so much because, and we always get attacked by the same people consistently, because some people, they're more focused on our life than they are focused on their own. You know, when people are not sure where they're going in life and what they need to do, and they're clueless, they'll get so focused on the things that don't even matter. Like, our life should not matter to them. You see what I'm saying? Because they should be focused on their own purpose, their own assignment. Right? And again, we've all been here. We've all been in a situation where we're clueless. We don't know what we're going to do. And then we get distracted. We get caught up in like celebrity gossip online, or we get caught up in family gossip. We get caught up in school gossip. We get caught up in things that don't even matter. Right? But you notice that as soon as like you really just get close to God, he starts to reveal things to you. It's like you don't really care about nothing but what God wants you to do. You're like, man, I'm just focused on the Father's assignment, what he wants me to do. So I don't know who this is for. I don't know if it's for me or for you, for whoever. But I did see in the spirit that somebody was mocking someone and calling them thirsty because of their consistency. Let me tell you something. The devil hates consistency. Especially if you are doing something that God told you to do. It doesn't have to be ministry. Let's just say it's your job. Let's just say God told you he wants you to be a nurse. God wants you to be a dentist. God wants you to be a doctor. God wants you to be a producer. God wants you to be a director. Like, it doesn't matter what you're doing. If you are consistent in something, let me tell you something, you are going to see results. One of the things I tell a lot of people that I coach, I say to people, listen, time adds up like money adds up. Right? Time adds up the way money adds up. The difference between time and money is you can always make money back when you spend it. You can make it back. Time, you can't get that time back. You can't go back to the past and say, man, I want to go back here and do this again. No. God can add years on your life. Absolutely. God can add years onto your life. but you can't go backwards. So if you spend 10 minutes on something every day, that 10 minutes a day is going to add up. It's going to add up. This is for anyone that is working on an assignment and doing something, and you're like, man, this is hard. I am fighting stagnation. I'm fighting oppression. Steph, I don't even know if I can finish this. Every time I want to work on this, I get drained. Or you just want to give up and quit. I put out a message yesterday, I said, don't give up. I put out that message yesterday, I said, do not give up. And now I see why God said don't give up. It makes sense. It makes so much sense. Oh my goodness. So it don't matter what you're going through. If you put 10 minutes a day towards something, it's going to add up. Like $1 a day adds up, 10 minutes a day will add up. When I wrote my book, oh, by the way, speaking of my book, guys, the full version of the ebook will be updated today or tomorrow. Okay, so you guys will have the full version. But when I was working on my book, I'm telling you, because I had to peel off the Band-Aid, because I went through so much trauma. I had to peel off the Band-Aid over and over and over again just to make sure I write everything pertaining to my test. Every time the phone rings, the music starts to play again. So I had to make sure I wrote down everything pertaining to my testimony, and it was really hard. And I'm telling y'all, the devil attacked me daily when we were writing this book, but because he didn't want me to get this book out. But even when days I was tired, like, listen, 10 minutes a day added up. Sometimes I'm like, I'm gonna write for 20 minutes, and I end up writing for a whole hour. Sometimes I'm like, I'm gonna write for 2 hours, and I end up writing for 10 minutes. Point of the matter is, I wrote almost every day. There was a time where I took a long break and God showed me the pen and was like, continue now, continue. So the point of the matter is, consistency is key in anything that you do. Whether it be social media, whether it be marketing, whether it be a book, whether it be music, whether it be writing, whether it be going to your job at a doctor's office. Let me tell you something. People in the world, we're not supposed to love money, but we need money to survive. Obviously, we know this, right? Here's what I noticed. People will not go to their doctor and say, oh, you're so thirsty. You show up to work every day. People will not go to a nurse and say, you're so thirsty. You show up to work every day. People will not go to a police officer and say, you're so thirsty. You show up to work every day. People will not go to their local bank teller and say, you're so thirsty. The person that was mocking this, this person that was mocking this person in the spirit, like, I don't know who they were mocking. I don't know if they were mocking me or I just saw the person mocking someone, okay? But I wasn't sure who they were talking to. But the person mocking this person, they go to the grocery store every day, or they probably go to the grocery store once a week to buy food. They're not going to go tell the teller at the grocery store, you're so thirsty. You're showing up to the grocery store every day to work. They're not going to go to their mailman and say, you're so thirsty. You show up every day to deliver mail. But they will tell someone who's consistent on their purpose and assignment that they're thirsty. Why is that? Because when people are so focused on your life and they're not focused on their own, and when people have the nerve to criticize something that you're passionate about, something that you love, something that you're obedient to God in doing, again, it could be anything. It just shows that this person has a problem with you, a personal problem with you. It has nothing to do with what you're doing. It's a personal problem with you, okay? And this is why God says you always have to keep going no matter what. Somebody wrote to me yesterday that I should be ashamed. I should be ashamed because everything I'm teaching is not anything to do with God, and I'm not a child of God, and I should be ashamed for teaching people about warfare. I chuckled. I just chuckled and blocked them because I know my assignment. I know what God told me to do, and what I do is nobody's business. But I chuckled. And that's what I mean when I say, like, when people want to do what you're doing, or when people are not happy with themselves, or they're not sure of who they are and they can't figure out what they're supposed to do, they're going to criticize everybody else rather than worrying about their own walk, their own calling, right? So whoever this is for, stay consistent. The devil hates consistency, okay? Hates consistency. Consistency is key. It adds up, okay? I love you guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye.